Chances are, if you're watching this video, you're either studying for your NASM certification or you're just trying to become a better coach. And either way, we're going to break down some core progression concepts that are going to help you with both. Not only breaking down what to look for and what your focus is inside of each of our levels of progression, but also give you guys some example exercises of each. Coach Joe Drake here with the Axiom Fitness Academy, and as you guys are going through the NASM material or you're just trying to better understand how do I progress core training intelligently over time, these 3 levels of progression we're going to break down are really helpful, really important, and actually help really fill in the gaps where a lot of people go wrong with their core training. And a lot of that comes into our level 1 and understanding stabilization. But truthfully, the great thing about this is if you are studying for your exam, you're now inside of this section 5, right? A lot of our programming and application of training, and this stuff is really great, right? To make sure as you go through and you program and progress clients, you're not skipping too many steps, right? That you're building this strong foundation. And you can almost think of it, level 1, level 2, and level 3 progressions as the OPT model, stabilization, strength, and power. So although this video is focused primarily around core training, that same concept is going to come up again and again with some of these similar chapters. So let's jump into level 1. The common thread that really holds together all of your level 1 core progressions is that we're really trying to focus on teaching the body to resist movement. Now, no doubt our core and our body was meant to move, but it's easier and better off for a lot of people to learn how to stabilize before we go into more of our traditional core exercises. Most people get right into doing flexion and extension type movements, which are great, but we want to learn to control first. So inside of our level 1 progressions, from a physiological standpoint, we're trying to teach people how to both draw in and brace to stabilize the spine. So if you guys are sitting there right now watching the video, drawing in would be like your belly button to your spine. If I were to pull my belly button into my spine, it's more of a transverse abdominis contraction. I can still talk to you guys right now, but it's targeting more of that inner unit of the core, or what you guys also probably know as the local stabilization system of the core. Also, as we look to progress that, we add intensity and we add more variables to our level 1 progressions. We also want to make sure that we're teaching clients how to brace. And the difference between drawing in versus bracing, drawing in, belly button to spine, bracing, someone's going to punch you in the stomach. So bracing will start to bring in some larger muscles as well. But the commonality is it's all about preventing motion. So as you guys check out some of the example exercises we have in here for you, you'll see although some of them have movement in them, the primary goal is stabilization of our pelvis and our spine. Now that we have a good understanding of and we've mastered level 1 core progressions, we can move on to level 2, which is really now about more loaded movement. There's so much juice to be had inside of level 1 and stabilization, but like I mentioned earlier in the video, our body and our spine and our torso, it was meant to move. It wasn't always meant to be stiff and rigid. So we want to train that stiffness early on, but then we want to get the body more comfortable with movements like flexion, extension, rotation, and that's really what comes into play here inside of level 2. This is going to be probably a lot more of the traditional core exercises that you might be used to. Everything from crunches to Supermans, all kinds of exercises that are going to involve more actual movement of the trunk. And if you were just to walk in the gym and you saw someone doing core training and you could see that they were actually moving their hips, their torso, and their spine, then you could probably assume it's a level 2 core progression. So as you guys take a look at some of the exercises inside of our video here, keep in mind it's all about progressing over time and slowly adding load as we build them up through this level 2 muscular endurance, hypertrophy, and strength phase. And now that we've built a strong core foundation with level 1 stabilization, loading movement in level 2, level 3, power. We get to move on to explosive exercises. It's all about pow, rate of force production, right? Which is great because if you think back just to the OPT model as a whole, we're just working our way from level 1 to level 2 and now that level 3 progression. So if you guys are inside the NASM text, you'll see most of these example exercises are medicine ball movements because generally we want to use lighter loads to move explosively. If you are using a medicine ball, good rule of thumb to keep in mind, 10% or less of your body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds, if you really want to train power inside this level 3, you shouldn't go above a 20-pound medicine ball. But you guys get an idea with some of the example exercises in this video, how you can apply level 3 core training progressions. I know the content in this video is going to help you guys when it comes to studying and mastering the NASM content to get your certification, but I like even more so that it's going to make you a better coach, because this concept of just building up people over time and really taking them on this long-term exercise journey, it's what coaching is all about. Not only is it going to help them fall in love and build confidence throughout their training cycle, but you're going to set them up for more success. So make sure you really focus on not just going through this stuff quickly, but really mastering these levels of progression with core training and all the other chapters inside of Section 5, and you're going to be much better off. If you guys got something out of this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more useful content to help you guys pass your NASM exam.